Hey guys, are you guys getting ready for the spring season of home buying or home selling? Are you clearing out things and getting ready to put your home on the market? Well, if you are, there are some features that buyers are looking for in homes today. And we know with this market, buyers are pretty much just looking for a home, right? There are so few homes on the market. Some buyers have just settled on some things and just settled to get a house in the first place, right? But as more homes come on the market, there may be features that buyers are really wanting in a home and may start to look for more as more homes come on the market and they have more choices. So there may be something for you to think about if you're considering selling your home. And as a buyer, it may be something for you to think about as far as what you really want in a home. So when you see it, you really go in and say, okay, this is the one. And you position yourself in order to be able to get that home that you want that has the features that you want. So if you want to know some of those features that buyers are interested in our Memphis market, please stay tuned. Guys, let's go through these features. Now, first of all, I would like to say that, of course, we know that within area's housing market, within our Memphis market or any market, there may be different neighborhoods, different areas in the within that market, or there may be sub-markets where there are different expectations of buyers within those markets. So whereas if you have homes on some side of town or wherever, they may expect higher price homes or more luxury type homes, or homes, for instance, of $400,000, $500,000 and up. They may expect certain features to be in those homes versus homes that are maybe 200 or less, 200,000 or less, or what have you. Just depending on certain price points of homes and different things, buyers will come to expect there to be certain things there. And depending on that expectation, if that thing is not there, it could possibly hurt the value of the seller's home because that thing is not there and is expected to be there. Or if that thing is not usually there in a certain neighborhood, and you as a seller go ahead and implement that or put that into your home, knowing that that is a desired feature that could possibly help the value of your home or help it to sell better. So that is something to consider as you consider putting your home on the market, and different things that buyers will be looking for and expecting in certain homes. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about some features that our Memphis buyers are interested in and would like to see in their homes. Okay, so these are not in any certain order. These are just some features that buyers are looking for or would like to have, right? Okay, so one of those features, I'll go ahead and say, we know that kitchens and bathrooms, right, are something that you would want to, if you had the choice to update something, those may be an area where you would see a return. Not a major renovation, but those minor renovations that you may see. Now, if you're doing a higher price home or luxury type home, buyers will not expect to see Formica countertops in those homes. They'll expect to see more things like granite or even quartz or something higher end in those homes for them to sell. Okay, so those are features that buyers are looking for, especially if you're in that market. They want to see higher end countertops, for example, or stainless steel appliances, right? Okay, so another thing in across markets is a backyard or outdoor space, fenced in yard. And a lot of people want that entertainment space. Now, there has been a lot of talk about pools, especially coming into spring and summer, what buyers are wanting pools. Now, there are some areas that pools may be obsolete. They're not really thinking about pools. But there may be other areas within Memphis or different areas where pools are kind of wanted and they would like to have, and it kind of sometimes may expect to have, but definitely would like to have when they're looking for their new home. But at the same time, I caution people with pools because there are some people who absolutely do not want a pool. And that is because of whatever reason, like expenses, or maybe they have young children and they're concerned about their safety of the pool, especially if they don't have that like gated fencing around their pool. So something to consider with pools. Pools can be a 50-50 kind of thing because some buyers want them and some buyers absolutely do not want them. So in the summertime, and when you go into the warmer season, that is a time where you may find that those homes with pools do actually sell better because of the weather and people wanting that outdoor entertainment at their own home. So if you do have a pool and you are looking to sell your home, summer or spring season, the warm season, may be a great time for you to put your home up for sale, especially with our housing market being the way it is and buyers looking for that in certain areas especially, and being that it is a good time to sell it. Kind of like if you can sell that nice ice creamsicle or ice cream cone to somebody in the summertime when it's really hot versus it's cold outside and nobody want no ice cream, but everybody like ice cream. But anyway, but it's a better time to sell that product or that feature of having a pool in the spring or the summer time. Something to consider if you're considering putting your home on the market and your home has a pool. Okay, so let's also talk about the kitchen again with the ovens. Okay, well, we know that if you have a cook in the family, or even if you don't, people kind of like, especially having those double ovens along with those stainless steel appliances, double ovens, and just that upgraded kind of kitchen and feature. In certain areas of the same market, a sub-market, you may expect to see higher end appliances in homes, especially, and if they go and they don't see it, like I said, it may hurt your bottom line in the end if you're considering selling your home. Okay, let's also talk about the layout of the home. Okay, now we know that if you're a family with kids, sometimes if younger kids, you may be okay. Sometimes families will want them to be closer, or at least have room for like a nursery or some closer to them. But in the case of like when you have teenagers or a little bit older kids, many families are looking for that split floor plan. With that being said, so with a master bedroom perhaps on one side of the home and the other bedrooms on the other side of the home, to allow for that separation within the home, so everybody kind of has their own space, right? Or in some cases, if there's a 2-level where there's a master bedroom downstairs and there are rooms upstairs for the children or the teenagers or so forth. In the cases with people who may be older, you want to look at the demographics of certain areas to know the population that stays within those areas and what their needs are. Some cases they may want 1-story level home so that they don't have to climb those stairs, or maybe they have stairs now and they're like, we don't even go up the stairs, so they just want to get into a 1-level home. I have seen this with some people I've talked to as well. They want that 1-story now that they're getting a little older. So it helps to know the demographics of what your home is in and what buyers in that area are looking for. So if you have a 1-story home, your home may be of more interest to that population of buyers. And there are a lot of buyers right now who may be looking to downsize with them having the equity in their home. They may look to cash out on some of that equity, some people, and just maybe downsize, or maybe they're empty nesters and they want to downsize, or whatever the case may be, and they may want to look for that 1-level, so to avoid those stairs and save those needs and so forth. So depending on the demographics in your area, that may be something that you as a seller would want to consider, especially if you're considering selling your home, and what buyers in your specific area are looking for and what their needs are, and if your home is measuring up to what their needs are in your market. Okay, so other things to look for in the home. In the kitchen again is 2 sinks. We got families out here who are chefs and like to cook, and we know that the kitchen sometimes is the hub of the home, right? Like that's where families gather during those holidays and so forth. And sometimes you want to have that vegetable washing sink, or you want to have another sink, or even some people are looking for the island. And I know that there's some buyers who like to have their sink in the island, and some that like to have their stove or their stove in the island. So depending on the needs, and some people do not like to have their stove in the island because they have kids and they don't want the kids to sit around it, and you know the risk of with them touching and so forth. But there are different needs. So with those sinks, they look like to have that, and a lot of times they're looking for the upgraded feature of having the island and having that island so the kids can even sit around it and so forth, and just having an open concept. Also, we are seeing that families are wanting a game room or even a bonus space in the home. As we know, with the pandemic, a lot of families were locked down, right? So a lot of families needed the office space. They needed some place to work out. They needed that separation. They didn't want to be like on top of each other in the home, but they needed that space, and their home became their hub, their center, their place of safety and security, and just wanting to have that little extra space to spread out. So bonus space or extra space or game room, something for entertaining within the home, all of that became very important to buyers, and it's still a feature that buyers are looking for. Even like in that $180,000 range, buyers are expecting office. So anything like above that $180,000, they're kind of looking for an office. If you have a home that is maybe that $365,000 range or above, they're kind of expecting those 2 sinks, or you know, and depending on the price range of different things, they're expecting more things as it get higher. But they are looking for more things as a result of the pandemic and their different needs and wants, and wanting those amenities and features in the home. There's also people who want workshops in their garage, or wanting that space in their garage where they can have a little extra space for things and be able to work there. So if you have a workshop, that has become a feature that buyers are looking for as well. Also, when we talk about the home, people like to have those bookcases and shelves like on the side of their fireplace and so forth. That's the thing that buyers seem to be interested in as well as when we talk about flooring with hardwood floors. Buyers are liking that as or towels, something that they can clean and keep clean easily. There are some buyers who still like carpet, and mostly we're seeing liking the carpet like in the bedrooms being okay, but in main areas and high traffic areas, liking to keep it toward hardwood floors, and if not hardwood floors, tiles have been or even those ones that look like hardwood floors that are tiles. So those are features that buyers are wanting as well. So we talked about the office. They also like a family room. Now, as times change, people have moved out so much as to wanting a living room per se, but sometimes still wanting a 2-space, a living type of space for families, because they want to have that separate space that is a kid space, and that space that is for the adult space. When I was growing up, the living room was a place you just didn't go. That was for people, guests coming by or what have you. Nobody goes in the living room. But now families are gathering in that family room, and sometimes they want to just have that adult type gathering space and still allowing the kids to have their own space so where they can gather and congregate as well. So we're seeing that family room being important. And for those areas, there are some areas in town that do not have, some of the homes may not have garages, but it is expected for the home in those areas to have carports or covered spaces for parking or driveway. So hopefully, your home would have a driveway or carport or some sort for buyers today. And also, of course, they would love to have a garage as well. Some people don't use the garage for garages. They may use it for storage space or whatever their needs may be, but looking for that space as well. But in the minimum, they expect to have a carport, and many would like a driveway or off-street type parking. Okay, and then we are seeing people wanting things such as like decks, liking to, again, with that whole outdoor space, even outdoor fireplaces as you get more higher in, and that whole area to have that type of outdoor living. They would like to have that as well, or a nice space outside. And then that's where, again, I would say your landscaping, your curb appeal, all of that comes into play, and buyers like to see those features as well, and being able to see themselves being able to entertain and to gather in those spaces as well. Also important is always security and safety, especially like we said with the pandemic from last time. And then security factors, people are liking to have the cameras and all the other things that they have, and just different safety features within the home. This is something to think about if you consider selling your home, and how you would transfer that. And I would encourage sellers to keep your manuals, keep all of your things that go with those things. So if you're transferring that with the home, you have those manuals and things that you can pass along, and instructions and all the gadgets and things that may go along with that as well. So, but yes, that is important to buyers today, as well as the security. So many of these things are expected by buyers or are liked by buyers, and they are looking for in their next home. And then we're seeing like also with that, like I said, the deck. And some people in some areas may expect basement. I have just a few buyers ask me about basements. And also people on higher end, sometimes they want to have a home or not, by the lake or by water as well. So I've seen a couple people asking about that as well. All right, guys, so those are some features that you may want to consider or think about if you are considering putting your home up for sale this spring or summer. This may be features you may want to consider or think about if you're a buyer and you're out looking for your next home. And I know that this housing market, we have very low inventory, and people are so happy to find a house right now. And they are willing, and buyers have been paying over list price to get the home that they want, that they find that they want. I would encourage buyers to make that list when you go out, because there's so much competition on a house, and you don't want to just get anything. You want to get what things you want in your home, and you want to be prepared to, if the home doesn't meet your needs, to cross it off the list. But being able to know the things that you want, preparing yourself as a buyer, being pre-approved and having your list and going through that list and knowing the features you want will help you. As a seller, you're definitely going to benefit in this market because the inventory is so low. But as we see more homes start to come on the market, you're going to want to present your house well and position it in a way that is appealing to buyers. And that's always the case, really, with price and condition, and having these things will just be a bonus for you as well as for buyers competing for your home. Just some things to think about when features that buyers are looking for in our market. And I hope you have enjoyed this information. It is a hot market right now, and I know that buyers are just hoping to get in a home today. But like I said, these features are things that buyers really do appreciate in properties. And if you have them in your home and you're selling them, you know those features in your home that you like as well. just making those features show well and positioning your home correctly on the market and getting all that competition and people coming in to compete for the sale of your home. And if you have any real estate needs, if you need any help, please feel free to reach out. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy this spring and just enjoy these features in your home if you have them. And if you're thinking about selling, remember them, and buyers, write your list. And yeah, just have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. How about that? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank you guys for your time today. You have a great one. Bye-bye.